like every time I go to the shooting range with my suppressor, there's always somebody that comes up to me and says, I don't know those things were legal. Well, I'll argue that not only are they legal, but they should come with every gun. You wouldn't buy a car without a muffler, would you? I also get, that's a pretty sweet looking gun. And I'll tell them, yeah, well, I paid the price for it. Now, I'm not talking about the cost of the rifle. First time I shot it, I blew out my eardrum. I couldn't hear for 3 days. And as a parting gift, I have tinnitus now. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life with tinnitus. If you don't know what tinnitus is a constant ringing in your ears. So, a couple of things we're going to talk about is the Hearing Protection Act and what it entails. We'll also discuss the National Firearms Act of 1934, and as well as the pros of suppressors and the Hearing Protection Act. So the Hearing Protection Act was first introduced by a representative from Arizona named Matt Salmon. And Mr. Salmon, what the bill does, it removes suppressors from the National Firearms Act, or NFA, and it will put into the list of a regular firearm. So you'll no longer have to go through the process of the NFA, and it'll just be the process of the National Instant Criminal Background Check. And that's the same background check system as whenever you buy a gun. Same FBI process, but you won't have to wait a long time with the NFA. Now, Mr. Salmon, the Hearing Protection Act in 2015 never got past the Senate because the Democrats control the Senate, and even if it did pass with Obama's stance on the Second Amendment, it would have never got, he would have vetoed it, most likely. Now, fast forward to today, 2017, we have new sponsors for this bill, Jeff Duncan and John Carter, Mr. Duncan from South Carolina and John Carter from Texas. And they basically took the same bill, but now it's called the Duncan-Carter Hearing Protection Act. So you heard me talk about the NFA. Now the NFA is a byproduct of gang-related crime back in the Prohibition era. And Congress passed this act to curb the manufacture and transfer of NFA items, and that includes machine guns, suppressors, short barrel rifles, or SBRs, or short barrel shotguns, SBSs, and also destructive devices. That's things like grenades, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, anything destructive. All these are legal as long as you pay the $200 tax stamp that is what the NFA requires. And back in the 30s, $200, it doesn't seem like much now, but back in the 30s, it was about $3,500 in today's economy. So the whole process of the NFA is you have to fill out ATF form 5320.1, or Form 1. And you have to fill out 2 Form 1s, one copy to the ATF, and 1 copy the ATF will return to you, and they'll attach the $200 stamp on that form. You'll also need to go to your chief of law enforcement officer, get your fingerprints done. They'll take your picture, you attach the fingerprints and the picture with the Form 1, along with the check for $200 to the ATF, and you play the waiting game. You wait 2 to 12 months, depending. For me, I waited 6 months on all 3 of my NFA items. Your results may vary. Let me tell you about the pros of the Hearing Protection Act and suppressors. So the Hearing Protection Act will remove the suppressor from the NFA list, so you'll no longer pay that $200 tax stamp. It's going to go to the NICS, the National Institute Criminal Background Check System, which would be a 10-minute background check, just like buying a gun. No longer have to fill out forms. And you won't have to wait 6 months to obtain your suppressor. And the best thing about it is you're saving your hearing. Suppressors bring decibel noise to a safe hearing level. And also, if you bought the suppressor after June 9, 2007, you will get a refund, $200 refund, or however many suppressors you buy, you get a refund on that tax if this passes. So if you would like to support the Hearing Protection Act, please contact your senator, your congressman, and voice your support if you support the HPA. And remember, the people, the loudest voice are the ones that get heard. So gun owners, we need to take the suppressors out of our mouths and put them on our guns. Thank you.
Yay! Are we supposed to clap now?
That was awesome. Good job.
Yep, that was
Nice.
awesome.
Makes me want to go buy a suppressor.
So any questions about the HPA?
Well, I